Storytelling is one of the most powerful skills you can have. It decides whether people listen or scroll, whether they lean in or tune out, whether your ideas land or disappear. And here's the strange part. Almost everyone knows storytelling matters, but almost nobody is actually taught how it works. Most advice sounds like this: be emotional, add drama, tell better stories. That advice feels smart, but it's useless. Because when you sit down to write a script or talk on camera, you're still staring at a blank page thinking, what do I actually say? So today, we're going to strip storytelling down to what truly matters. Not theory, not fluff, just what works. And to do that, I want to start with a short story. It's about 20 seconds long. You've probably seen it before. John Krasinski is telling a story about going through airport customs. He doesn't summarize, he doesn't explain, he doesn't set it up. He just drops you straight into the moment. And somehow, in less than half a minute, you're completely locked in. Why? Because great storytelling isn't about events, it's about moments. Most people tell stories from far away. The best storytellers pull you into the trenches. Once you understand that difference, storytelling stops being complicated. The biggest mistake in storytelling. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They tell stories like this. Back in 2019, I was working at this company and a lot was going on at the time, and basically what happened was, that's not a story, that's a summary. Summaries are efficient, stories are immersive, and immersion is what keeps people watching. So instead of staying at helicopter level, great storytellers zoom in. They pick one moment, one instant, one decision point. Everything else is noise. Technique number 1, location. Put us somewhere. The fastest way to pull someone into a story is to answer one question. Where are you? Not metaphorically, physically. 2 weeks ago, I'm sitting on my couch. September 2019, I'm standing outside a conference room. I'm at the airport, stuck in the security line. The moment you name a location, the listener's brain activates. They don't need details. They don't need descriptions. As soon as you say conference room, they see their conference room. That's important. Beginner storytellers overdo this. They describe the table, the walls, the lighting. Don't. Your audience already has a better version in their head. Let them build it. Your job is just to open the door. Technique number 2, action. Create forward motion. Once we know where we are, the story needs movement. Action is what creates momentum. Not background, not history, not explanation, just action. I open my laptop. I reach for the door handle. I'm waiting in line. I start reading the message. Actions signal progress. They tell the listener, this is going somewhere. And subconsciously that matters, because attention isn't logical, it's instinctive. If nothing is moving, the brain assumes nothing important is happening. Technique number 3, conflict, the engine of attention. Now we get to the heart of storytelling, conflict. Without conflict, there is no story, only information. The simplest way to understand this is something Matt Stone and Trey Parker explained years ago. Every beat in a story should be connected by but or therefore. This happens, but something goes wrong. I respond, therefore a new problem appears. If your story uses and then over and over, it dies. And then I did this, and then I did that. That's how people mentally check out. Conflict creates open loops in the brain. The brain wants resolution, so it keeps listening. This applies to movies, it applies to YouTube videos, it applies to short-form content. The format doesn't matter, the brain does. Technique number 4, thoughts. Let us inside your head. Here's where stories become human. Most people say, I was nervous, I was excited, I was disappointed. That's weak. Those are labels, not experiences. Instead, share the thought running through your head in that moment. I'm thinking this is bad. They're all going to realize I don't belong here. I can't mess this up. Thoughts are powerful because they're intimate, but there's a rule. They have to sound real. Not polished, not intellectual, not impressive. Real thoughts are messy, a little irrational, sometimes embarrassing. That's why they work. When someone hears your unfiltered thoughts, they don't just understand the story, they feel it. Technique number 5, emotion. Show it on the body. Here's a critical upgrade. Don't name emotions, show them. Emotion isn't visual, behavior is. Instead of saying, "I was relieved," say, "I lean back and exhale without realizing it." Instead of "he was anxious," say, "he keeps tapping his pen and checking the clock." Emotion lives in posture, in movement, in nervous habits. When you show emotion physically, the listener doesn't have to imagine it, they experience it. Technique number 6, dialogue. Add sound to the scene. Dialogue is one of the underused tools in storytelling. It instantly makes a story more engaging. Instead of summarizing what someone felt, let us hear what they said. My manager looks at me and says, "What was that?" Dialogue does 3 things at once. It adds realism, it creates tension, and it makes moments memorable. Just keep it natural. Real dialogue is short, direct, sometimes uncomfortable. That's what gives it power. How all of this comes together. Let's look at a real example. Sarah Willingham tells a story about walking into a meeting. She names the location, she shows the action, she lets us hear her thoughts, she uses dialogue, she shows emotion through reaction, and the conflict is clear. She's late, she's underestimated, there's tension. By the end, the moment flips. What felt like a disadvantage becomes power. That's not accidental, that's structure. Direction. Always know the ending. Here's something that feels counterintuitive. The best stories start at the end. Before you write the first line, you should know the last line. What do you want the listener to walk away with? What should click for them? That final moment should feel inevitable. In short-form video, the ending often loops back into the beginning. In long-form, it reframes everything that came before. Either way, direction matters. If you don't know where you're going, the audience can feel it. Rhythm and tone, the invisible layer. Now let's talk about something subtle but crucial. Rhythm. Monotone pacing kills retention, even if the story is good. Great storytellers vary sentence length, short, medium, long. They create a cadence that feels natural, conversational, human. And that ties into tone. The best creators don't talk at people, they talk with them. It feels like a one-on-one conversation, not a presentation, not a lecture. That's not accidental. It comes from writing and speaking like you're talking to one person, not an audience. The truth of great storytelling. Here's the truth most people miss. Great storytelling isn't about talent, it's about decisions. Where to zoom in, what moment to choose, what to leave out. When you do this well, you don't need exaggeration, you don't need hype. The story carries itself. And once you start telling stories this way, everything changes. Your scripts get clearer, your retention improves, people stop skipping. Because you're no longer summarizing life, you're letting people experience it. And that's what great storytelling really is.